Hi, it's Grace again. Our normal marching technique for wind players typically applies to most of our movements on the field. This applies for every time we march our normal 8 to 5 step size, our smaller step sizes like 16 to 5, and our larger step sizes like 6 to 5. Once we get to the step sizes bigger than 6 to 5, chances are we'll have to switch our technique, since we simply can't make the distance with our normal straight leg technique. Depending on your height, switching point is going to be around the 6 to 5 to 4 to 5 range. The chances of you ever surpassing that range are nearly impossible, but it is good to understand the technique that you will need to get into the larger range. This technique is called the jazz run, and it helps us to achieve the greater step size while staying in control of our body and our sound. On the count before the first jazz run step, lower the center of body while keeping the back straight. To achieve the energy required to move with the jazz run, initiate the full count before. With this technique, the toes make contact with the ground first, not the heel. The front leg will be turned out just like how our toes point out when we stand still. Remember to push off the back foot to travel forward, not in an upwards motion. Just like with our normal marching, our upper body should remain motionless, just as if we were standing on ice. Despite the bend in the knees, our objective is to maintain as much distance between the ankles and hips as possible while we transverse the field. The key to this isn't being as separated as possible. It's maintaining the same amount of separation while jazz running. Bouncing up and down will only make you lose control, be out of time, and expel more energy than needed. The toes glide over the grass while you jazz run. Like a sliding glass door, the toes only move forward. They don't turn or tilt, just lift off slightly so you can graze the grass, like a lawnmower. Using the proper energy in the quad muscles and pushing yourself forward helps you to stay light on your feet and controlled throughout the motions. The best two ways to practice your jazz running is by either working your way into it, such as marching in 8 to 5, then transitioning to your jazz run, or by placing your left foot behind you and pushing into the first step to gain more momentum. Either way, when you are practicing your jazz runs, you should not end with a halt. You could risk injury when stopping this level of momentum improperly. Jazz running is an accelerated technique for marching that isn't used commonly. When it is used, however, there is a high level of craft that goes into staying controlled while maximizing your distance traveled.